Liam? Yes.
Please. Please.
Does Liam have double teamer battle rates to kill me? Yes.
Oh, man.
I was so upset about that one. I'm like, you play as a 2-of in your deck.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
I'm so mad.
4 in my deck now. Card's unbeatable. What's the double black delve flying demon? What's that one?
Oh man, from Future Sight.
I'll play one of those now. That would be amazing.
Worst feeling, by the way, is having a turn 1 play Mystic Sanctuary.
Yeah.
It feels so bad.
Mystic Sanctuary tapped, go. Okay, friend. That's cute.
It's not cute. It feels awful.
At least it's an island, right?
It is.
So it helps fuel the other ones of its kind.
Yes. That's why you can fetch for it.
Yeah. That card's fun. I like that card a lot overall.
Alright, Matt fetching. I'm pretty sure Stoneforge is coming down here.
So Matt has Spell Queller, Force of Negation, Teferi to break up the combo, because Teferi can bounce a piece for a turn, maybe? That's a bit of a stretch.
I was like, I mean, if I'm already comboing, Teferi does nothing.
Path can stop Urza itself.
Yes.
Under some select circumstances, that could be good.
Urza dies, but here's a million Thopters.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Also, like, here's the time thief. Take my extra turn. Kill you.
The mana leaks.
The mana leak can be relevant.
Mana leak, Force Negation, all pretty okay. And Spell Queller is actually just good.
Yeah. Spellcore Teferi is a fantastic combo.
It's actually makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
Why?
I hate it. Just the worst. Like,
Spellcore, next turn Teferi, put Spellcore in my hand. You can't cast a spell.
Yeah, it's actually just the worst. And then, like, Teferi shutting down Cascade makes me not happy.
Alright, so...
Like, random fun. No fun. No fun here.
Penta Prism Welding Jar. I was trying Welding Jar in the main for a while, and I did not like it.
Alright. I think this matchup is actually pretty good for you because he's going to give you unlimited time to do whatever you want to do before he kills you.
Yes and no.
Like, he can build up a lot of cards and, like, maybe have ways to interact with you, but he's not going to close this game out for a while.
Right, but I mean, like, in our area, like, everyone knows that I play this deck, and so everyone knows kind of how to fight this deck.
Everybody knows what you and I are playing.
Yes.
Every single
yes.
M&M.
But, like, they also know, like, both sanctuaries, I get no value.
Yes!
I'm like, here's a Thopter Foundry. He's like, alright, cool, put in the Batter Skull. I'm like, yeah, you got it.
Oh, no.
I mean, I have Urza in hand, so I'm like, cool, like, next turn maybe, if he taps out, I get to just go. It's like Teferi. It's like, yeah, sure.
Bounce the Thopter Foundry.
Oh no!
You could even bounce Pentad Prism, but the Thopter Foundry is a bit more important.
Yeah.
Because then you could just play Urza. You could, like, untap land, Urza, tap the Foundry, tap the Welding Jar, put a sword into play out of nowhere.
I mean, yeah. Like, Matt's playing to his outs.
Pretty specific scenario.
Yeah.
But it's possible. He thought about it.
Yeah.
He had ill thoughts.
So I'm like, well, here's a bauble.
Buble. If you get French baubles, you have to pronounce it
Buble. Okay.
That place is buble.
Nihil Spell Bomb.
Spell bombs. Hell yeah.
Right? I'm just...
You're cantripping at this point, right?
Pretty much. Like, I'm like, Matt knows about this. I might as well see what he's going to draw.
Unsummon your
Force
germ.
Negation. I was like, that's okay. That's not what I wanted to see.
That's bad. Unsummon his germ. Do it. No germs allowed. Get up the hand sanitizer. You just dump it all over the batter skull.
Just the battle skull, nothing else, right?
Yeah.
Smash sitting there like trying to
Clean this batter skull off. No germs.
oh. So I'm not sure. Matt's just like swing. I'm like, yeah. Because I was thinking about like I could just like bounce the germ, but I'm also like, I don't think it really matters.
It does not matter.
Like, she's like, cool. Pay 3, pay 2, put it back. Like,
sacrifice my Pentet Prism for a Thopter, chump. No. You're probably just firing off Nihil Spellbomb in the end step to get a card, right?
I think that's my plan. Because I know that the Nihil does not matter against him because he doesn't play Snapcaster.
Yeah. There's nothing in the graveyards going on.
So, for Kiora.
A pet card of Matt's.
I mean, there are definitely worse options.
There are. Doesn't mean it's a good option.
I mean, the deck wanted to find replacements for Oko. It's like, all right, cool. Draw for Spellbomb.
I think this is a situation where like you're playing dodgeball and you just have like a beach ball as one of your dodgeballs. It's like, okay. The other ones are more effective, but I mean, that one's fun, I guess. Woo.
So, like, I know he has a Force Negation hand, so, like, at this point, I'm debating if I just want to force him to use it by casting the Thopter Foundry and making him have to 2-for-1 himself.
I think if you're Matt, you're happy to do that because of the Force Negation exiles the card.
Yes. And he gets rid of a second,
You
second
actually
tier.
exiled it. You didn't cheat. Wow. Look, I saw a...
I'm like, okay, here's Urza.
I saw Thought Not Seer get cast underneath a blood.
Oh, okay.
I'm questioning...
Is my name Felix?
I'm
no.
questioning states right now. I'm questioning board states.
Right.
Do I win? Do I lose? Do I win?
So I'm like, here's a bauble. Like, I have a whir in hand. And so I'm like, I could just, like, whir on my turn.
Here's what you do. You tap the construct and every other artifact except for Aether Spellbomb. Pop Aether Spellbomb, bounce your Urza, replay it. No, you'd be a mana short, never mind.
Yeah, I was like, he drew the second Force Negation. But he only has one blue source, I'm just noticing.
Yeah, and if he cannot pay the alternate casting cost for Force Negation on his turn.
Correct. Well, I can't cast Whir on his turn either because he has Teferi.
If he's attacking you with Batter Skull, I'm going to be disappointed.
I mean, Batter Skull's a 5, so I don't think he's going to. Or my construct is a 5/5, sorry.
Plus Cure on Construct, attack with Batter Skull. I have gained 4 life, noob.
I mean, like, that would be fine.
Sort of Feast and Famine. Not protection from blue or artifacts.
Yeah. And so I think I would just wait.
Do you think we'll ever get a 3-mana sword that gives protection from colorless?
No.
But it would be a meme.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
You could immediately unequip the sword.
Yeah, I was just like... It would have to be like protection from it had to be protection from other artifacts.
I mean, you can just specify this effect is not.
Well, no, you say other. You say other artifacts, and you can't double equip swords
or
onto
other
things.
colorless, but protection from colorless. This effect does not include itself. Like you could specify.
So like other colorless.
As like an unset, I think that'd be really funny.
Oh yeah.
Equip, it's gone. Okay.
All right, so I was like, Astrolabe, see if we can't just find combo here, like land for turn.
Unlimited time.
So I have an Emery in hand. That's what I'm just thinking about. I'm like, I think we just go Emery and see if we mill the sword. Because then if we mill the sword, then we can just whir.
What's he doing?
He's attempting to force negate Emery. And I'm like, this is a creature, Matt. I'm like,
a guy.
Thank you for showing what's in your hand, though. I do appreciate that.
This is a merfolk, sir.
All right. So now that I know he has Force Negation Quaddle in hand, I'm like, how much does he want to save that to Fairy?
What did he plus Cure on, or did he minus Cure on?
I think I'm not sure. I'm like, all right, bounce the token.
Get out of here, token.
He may have down tick Cure. I'm not 100% sure.
Nobody likes you. Oh, attacking with Urza, what? What?
So it's like Quaddle. I'm like, Yeah, sure.
Can you kill that Quaddle? Why didn't he block Urza?
Yeah, that's.
What's happening here?
I'm just like, cool. And I'm like, regenerate. I was like,
What
sack. Okay, this is like,
What a series of unfortunate plays.
yeah. So he's like, okay, like Teferi dies. I'm like, Urza dies. It's fine.
Was that an instant of him reconsidering, or did you give it to him?
I think I gave it to him because I think I have a second Urza in hand.
Uh,
So that's I'm like, swing with this one, force him to like use resources.
right.
Because then like Emery's just gonna just start recasting baubles.
The Buble.
And I'm like,
Bobbolino.
I don't. I guess one thing I didn't think about too much was the fact that he can equip Stoneforge. I'm like, at that point, do I want to chump block with Emery? It's something I don't think I considered off the bat.
I like the idea of Bant Stoneforge decks. I just hate the execution of them because they're so slow.
Yes, they are very mid-rangey. He's like,
I feel like Tron would just laugh at you and consume you.
yes, because as a Bant, you're not running a bunch of counter spells. You're running
Force Negation because the Spell Queller is not going to counter the cards that matter.
right, and you're like, I guess your Quaddles line up well against like Wormcoil engines. Yeah, cool.
You can Path Wormcoil also.
Yeah, and so
you just run into the inevitability that Tron has.
the Planeswalkers are just the thing that you have to try. Yeah, that you have to try and deal with, and it's just not great.
Big walking ballistas.
Yeah.
Pew pew pew.
Go get her.
I bought a sword.
For those of you that didn't hear, my fiance just bought a sword, which means in the next 2 weeks I'm going to take her to the hospital for cutting herself with said sword.
Why?
Don't encourage her, Liam. Don't.
What kind of sword?
Was it the Thundercat sword because you a hoe?
No.
Ooh, alright,
It's a
so...
demon slaying sword.
Okay. Tap Emery recast the Spell Bomb.
I'm assuming you're referring to a specific style or design and not an actual function because those aren't real. This is my goldfish declawer. Alright, cool. Is that
Liam,
really
have
a
you
problem?
seen the claws on goldfish?
Yeah, is that really a problem there, bud?
So Matt's...
You haven't seen the goldfish where I come from.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, that's fair.
This is my demon slaying sword. Alright, well, when you find one of those and you've got your sword handy, you know what to do.
So it chooses to put Battle Skull back in hand.
I'm going to be wearing it when I walk down the aisle.
Hell yeah.
This is what I'm getting into.
I mean, I've heard of shotgun weddings before, but... Are your groomsmen going to be wearing full mail?
That would be fucking awesome.
Oh, God.
You have a LARP wedding?
I might as well. Liam's the troll.
I'll be a goblin. I've got the body. I'm a bit tall for one.
Warden, you can wear your hat.
That'd be. I would absolutely show up and take photos.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody would.
That'd be spectacular.
I'll wear the fake beard at that point too.
Scott was disappointed I didn't get the Thundercat sword.
Yeah, cause you a hoe.
Right on.
He's like, all right, equip this. Equip it to the bird. I'm like, sure.
Whoa, whoa! It was sort of feast and famine. Hell yeah, dude.
He's like, pass. I'm like,
Sword I
cool.
should have gotten.
Attempt to whir for 2.
Hardcast force negation.
It's like, force. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I'm gonna make you use it. Like, your Kiora is dead. This is fine. Like, I have an Emery that's gonna recast baubles forever. I will draw what I need.
He's getting Krakens now.
Yeah, it's like cool. I'm like, Emery, cast bridge.
Here's the thing. Matt's deck is doing stuff But he's not doing stuff that matters. He's just kind of doing stuff.
Well, especially now, I'm like, here's a bridge.
Yeah.
Pass.
Now he has to like find a Teferi to bounce the bridge.
Yeah.
And then
Like-
he has a turn where he can maybe attack and probably not kill you. Oh, jeez.
I've decided against drinking the wine.
Okay.
Do it anyway.
I don't think it'll make me feel good. Not the way I want.
Alright, Matt's like land for turn. I'm like, cool. So now I'm just like thinking like, alright. Construct is a 6/6. I can profitably block one Kraken. At some point.
Profitably block a Kraken.
I'm like, alright, word for
Game.
2.
Am I dead yet?
No.
Not quite.
I still need sword and time thief.
Oh my god.
But I have 2 draws. I have one from Bobble and 1 for turn. So we got a shot.
Every turn, you could recur an Aether Spellbomb and bounce a Kraken just to send a message.
Right? So we got a sword. So, I mean, combo partially online. I'm like, I think it's like a fetch land in hand. I'm just like really stacked. I'm like, I can't go get Sanctuary to put War back on top to get time to even win.
Warning.
Kyle.
Instead of buying an actual sword, when I said I was going to wear a sword down the aisle, I should have just equipped the Sword of Feast and Famine on my hip.
There you go. Alright. So, land for turn, shock it, cast sword. I think I have a star in hand. Yeah, like cast star.
What kind of magic are we watching right here?
Sack star, draw a card.
Is that a third Nihil spell? Oh no, it's a
No.
Polluted Delta. Okay.
Yeah. No, I recast the spell bomb. I'm like, I just want to dig one deeper. I'm like, at least I can sack this Penthead prism that's already been used to a Thopter
What
Foundry.
happens when an immovable object meets an immovable object?
Liam, I am the unstoppable force. How dare you?
Just
Just because my little drone flyers can fly over the bridge
two
and avoid all the little arms.
you're like 2 ships passing in the night, and I'm just hoping that there's an iceberg out there to end my misery. Just oh hell yeah! Start taking up with Jace. Fate seal him.
Except I have a draw from Bobble, and I can draw with Aether Spellbomb.
Or you have a real win condition now in the form of Jace Alto.
Yeah, but he decides to brainstorm. So if we find Time Steve or Teferi, we just Time Steve or Urza, we just win.
I feel like you guys should have a crossword puzzle that you guys are handing back and forth between each other's turns.
Liam, I don't play Storm.
I mean, that's like a coloring book. The problem with my commander, which is a storm commander for people watching, is like I'll start going off and then everybody just looks at their phone and I'm like, alright, well, I'll just show you the sequence of cards that are in my deck that win. Is that good enough? Oh yeah, okay, sure.
He's like, no, Liam, I want you to go through these movements and show me how you actually do this.
Alright, cool, I'll do that. And then you just look down at the phone again.
Right?
Alright, whatever.
Alright. So, land for turn. We did not find Time Steve. It's like Emery, Castar, Sack Star. I should sack the Thopter Foundry because the Star Draw still triggers.
Oh yeah, huh.
Like, here's a Bobble. I'm like, I have a sword in hand. Like, do I just play this additional sword down?
I'm surprised you didn't like make some Thopters to kill the Jace on his end step.
Yeah. I think at this point, I'm just trying to find the combo to win.
Yeah, but you could at least nuke Jace because Jace is helping him dig.
Yeah. You are correct on that one. I probably should have.
Technically Nakuru.
Oh. That's the problem. Like, if Matt's able to like stumble me at all, it takes a while for one of us just to win.
Yeah, but he's just like, I don't know. What is
Bant doesn't have a good way to close out the game. I think is the problem.
I don't understand why Bant's stoneblade is doing good. What is this deck beating up on in the format?
Burn maybe?
Burn could be okay. Burn could be an okay matchup.
I guess like the mono red prowess, whatever that deck is.
That could be okay. I don't like the prospects of you playing against mono red prowess if you have a hand that doesn't involve like spell queller path.
Yeah. I mean, they also have Ice Fang Coatls as well, which can matter.
Chump.
Yeah, well, it's more likely going to trade because of the death touch and whatnot.
Within like the first couple turns, probably not though.
But even then, you're still like you're blocking and drawing a card. It's cantripping and stopping damage from getting to you.
That's fair. I don't know. Like I don't get the appeal of Bant Stoneblade.
Yeah. Smash like, alright, brainstorm, put them back. It's like, cool. Like, it's like, sack, draw a card. Yeah. I'm like, Matt, there's a bridge on the board. I could care less about anything you're really doing here. He's like, high arc. I'm like, okay, he can get past the bridge. Right into my construct.
Unequip the bird. Attack for 0, exalted.
He's just like, Stoneforge. Shuffle my deck, so I'm not brainstorm locked.
Hell yeah.
Like, cool. Get a land. So I think Matt has one card in hand. Or Matt might be hellbent right now. If Matt is hellbent, then I definitely have outs.
You should board in Bloodman in this matchup.
It's bad.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, they play Astrolabes. It's
I'm
bad.
trying to make you lose quicker or win quicker.
Okay.
One or the other.
So I'm thinking if I wanted to start sacking like the spell bomb to draw myself an additional card to go deeper since Matt is hellbent right now. I know I have a bobble trigger at least.
Just make a bunch of.
Yeah, and I'm like,
start
I
making
think
dudes.
it's like I make 6 Thopters.
Start making some dudes.
Cause I'm like, all right, like I can.
I'm winning today.
I think I can at least swing into Jace, and kill him.
I want to be a part of it all.
I think we found Urza.
Urza.
Like here's Urza.
Do I get it? Do I win now?
How is that? Boop.
Do I win now?
All right, so out of my board,
Sideboard in a time extension to the round.
I think Colgan's Command, Mystical Dispute, and Tezzeret come in.
K command good. Mystical Dispute pretty good. Tezzeret pretty good.
Because of like in that one, right? Like cool, uptick Tezzeret, Ultim, GG.
Yeah, push is actually awful.
I don't
care
think
about. There's nothing you care about using Fatal Push on besides Spell Queller, I guess.
and I don't think Brutality is good enough in this matchup.
No, Brutality is very, very poor against these mid-range creature planeswalker decks. Like, what spells are you gonna hit with this second mode? Force Negation, Mana Leak, Path to Exile.
Explosives might be.
Meh.
I would probably bring explosives out actually. I think in this matchup. Because I have to assume, like, anytime I see a green deck, I automatically assume that they have Collector Oof.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's kind of like if you play Tron. Games 2 and 3, you automatically assume they have Damping Sphere. It's automatic.
On Matt's side, Ashiok maybe.
Winds of Abandon wouldn't be terrible.
It's a sorcery though.
It is, but it's one that exiles the creature,
Yeah.
and so like, I can't buy Urza back with K command at that point.
Okay, so I like Vendilion Click because it disrupts your hand
Yeah.
and presents a clock. I think Gideon is probably fine just to be a bit faster than what you got going on.
I think
Probably fine.
Ashiok definitely comes in.
Ashiok's good. D-Sphere is probably good enough. Yeah, man, you can actually cut quite a bit of stuff from your main board. Like the Stoneforge package is just actually not worthwhile.
Looks like he's dropping Kiora.
Kiora's not good, yeah. You could make so much room by just dropping out all the Stoneforges and just being like, hey, I'm going to win.
You're shifting what to a hard control
so
deck?
slow though.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like Stoneforge at least gets you
Hardly any clock at all though.
it ups your clock though.
It's like
And then
this is like turning the dial from 2 down to a 1 though. Man,
Matt may have updated his. I think he might be playing Sophie in the 75. So like bringing in Sophie against me wouldn't be terrible, because then the doctors can't block, and he could that helps his clock and draws him more cards.
There's got to be a way to. Is there like could there be like a blue-white like Delver of Secrets Stoneforge Mystic deck in Modern? Or is there just not enough supporting good spells?
I don't think there's enough. I think you'd have to go Jeskai if you're going something like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you went Jeskai, I think then it would be viable, because then you run enough instants and sorceries and whatnot for Devil to have a good shot at flipping. And then you have an okay matchup against Burn because you're probably running Lightning Helixes.
If you're going Jeskai, like actual Mantis Rider with a sword on it sounds insane. My flying vigilant 5/5.
So then, so Jeskai Wizards then? The Mantis isn't a... No, he's...
No, he's a monk.
Is he a monk?
Yeah, he's a monk.
Okay. He's a human monk?
Human monk.
Okay.
Because the rider is the card, not the mantis.
Yeah.
So why would it be an insect?
Yeah, no, I know it's not an insect. That's why I was like, I couldn't remember if it was a wizard or not.
A rideable mantis.
I was like, look at it. One land, 3 baubles.
Hell yeah. Ancestral visions.
Matt's like, turn 1, exile summon spirit guide, collector oof. And I'm just... I've been like, alright, game 3. we're done here.
You know what, my hand's actually too good and I would beat you too quickly that I'm not going to do this to you. I should have mulliganed. I'm going to just move to the next game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, God. That one... I'm going to do something weird like that one time. Like, Liam, what the hell's happened? I don't know. Just...
It'd be really funny if you slow rolled every bobble. Like, Bobble, look at yours. Bobble, you'll look at yours.
Bobble, look at mine.
Look at yours again with this 4th bobble, maybe?
If I drew a 4th bobble, I've been like, why am I not playing Mill? Why is this Dark Art Trap?
Why am I not gambling right now?
Because I just do all the luck on that hand. That's why I'm not gambling right now.
Alright, that's fair.
It's like Matt is mulligan down to 6. I said, since we're kind of waiting for Matt to shuffle here, hopefully not this weekend, but next weekend, we actually might try live streaming some Pioneer.
Nice.
So.
Pioneer's fun.
Yeah.
Do you think Bant Stoneblade can beat Jund?
Ooh. I think it can.
What do you think the odds are? Like, what do you think the matchup is?
Game 1, probably 60-40 for Jund's favor. Maybe a little higher.
So I think Spell Queller is actually bad against Jund.
Yes.
They just play so much removal.
Yes.
And then the Stoneforges are inconsequential as well. Ice and Codal, pretty good. Teferi, pretty good. Jace, pretty good.
Yeah.
Cure, pretty good.
So that's what I was like, but I still think Jund has the advantage because of all the hand disruption when I want to have.
Sideboard,
I think sideboard could actually swing in Bant's favor.
That's
because
why.
they've got like the Gideon, the Click, the Veils.
Yeah. That's what I said. I think game 1 is definitely Jund. I'm like, and an Emery. And an Emery. Let's go.
Magic Christmas Land.
Combo already in the bin.
What if you milled 4 Arkham's Astrolabe?
I guess I'd be okay with that.
Drew a bobble.
I was like, bobble you on my turn.
Hold on a second here. Hey, wait a minute.
I'm like, pass.
You thought your turn one was good.
It's like, bobble you. Okay. He's like, oh, I'm going to play this for turn. So I'm like, I take during your upkeep, bobble you. Okay. And he's like, Astrolabe. I'm like, oh no, these blood moons I brought in.
No. No, your basics
and
my
and the Bird of Paradise and the Noble Hierarchs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So good, dude.
Liam.
Board him in.
My blood moon. It does nothing.
And didn't board him in, misplay.
I'm like, okay. Do you have any other 1 mana turns? I'm like, cool. Bobble you again. Cool. Bobble myself.
Lit.
Untap. First bobble. Second bobble. Third bobble. Land for turn.
Untap. Put my ancestral visions on the stack, please.
So look at this. I'm like, I think I just like fetch, shock, tap Emery, attempt to cast Thopter Foundry. Like, show me a force negation. Like,
put a bobble back into play.
oh my god. At this point, I think I was like, we just go for it. Like,
Oh my Babaru. Boobale.
oh, so it looks like collect brutality, escalating once, shipping a goblin engineer. So I'm like, kill the hierarch. Look at your hand.
Weird. Not a big fan of brutality.
I think about it in this one is as more of a way to see if it's clear for me to start going for stuff. And so if I see what's in his hand, I have more information to see if he has the Queller, the Path, the Force Negation. And also, like, if he's going to use Force Negation to hide his hand, I'm still 2 for 2ing him at that point, and that's still fine.
I'm surprised, like, well,
because I'm like,
when you got Emery, so like, Goblin just lets you cast any card for free, so that's weird. Because casting Goblin is actually not bad.
I don't think I had a way to get a red source at the time, so I was like, at this point,
You fetch with Polluted Delta, you can't. You have Steam Vents, right?
I do, but with the fetch that I got, the Watery Grave, because I was thinking I want to be able to cast the
Thopter Foundry
from the graveyard, because
that's also going in your hand too. I think
I might. So I was looking more along the lines of that. I was like, I'd much rather get the mana. If I don't draw more land, I want to be able to immediately cast it from the graveyard if I need to.
Man, drawing Mystic Sanctuary sucks.
Yeah,
that card is awful in your hand.
Yeah, well, it's
usually
it's not all like if it's like turn 4 you have 3 rounds, like cool, like play this.
Okay, fine.
But it's first 3 turns awful.
Yeah,
it's absolutely awful. Alright, so Matt fetches. I'm like, alright, cool. Once we get to your upkeep, bobble you.
Buble you. Buble you again, sir.
I'll choose not to bobble here. He's like, Teferi. I'm like, cool.
Yay!
I was like, what, you want to bounce Emery? Like,
might as well.
Like, I will, sure. I'll put more resources into my graveyard.
He gets to fog Emery's ability for a turn, and then...
Looks like he upticks.
You get to mill some. That's fine, actually.
So he has 2 mana open at that point.
Yeah, and you can wait on the minus from the Teferi to like maybe hit a Thopter Foundry. Get in for 1. Do it. Do it. Send the message.
Like, bobble you. Take a look. All right. Draw for bobble. Draw for turn. We have Urza. Astrolabe. All right.
Astrolabe.
Hey. All right.
Island.
So now I'm just trying to think, like, we have a spell bomb. So I'm like, attempt to cast Thopter Foundry.
What's going on with your sleeves there?
What do you mean?
The sleeves on your hoodie.
Oh, it's rolled up.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like designed intentionally on the
No.
hoodie. I was like, what?
No.
What?
It's just, no, they're rolled up a little bit.
Okay. It looks like wristbands almost like perfectly.
Yeah. They're weights, Liam, okay? I'm trying to get buff forearms.
It's my robot hoodie. I'm a mecha. I'm made of metal.
Yeah. So,
that's pretty good.
That is. I was like, oh man, like Mystical Dispute.
Boop, bap, blap.
Oof.
Time sieve gone.
Yo. So there's my I just win now.
That was actually really good.
That was. So I probably should have just cast. I should have just used Emery to cast the Thopter Foundry from the graveyard, and then kept the one in hand. Because it was like, I guess they would. It's usually less resources that way. So that was definitely a mistake on my part.
Well, I don't know how much that matters.
I would have had a Thopter Foundry in hand still,
Okay.
and I have an Urza, so that I still would have had the ability to combo. Especially if I have so one sword is gone. So we have a Whir in hand. We're like, hey, Sanctuary, no trigger. Cast Urza, because I know you can't counter this. I mean, he could if he has in the Mystical Dispute, but I'm like...
Disdainful stroke.
It's like, cool. So I'm like, cool. Tap for a blue. I was like, I could cast Emery, but I'm like, then it just helps Ashiok. That seems like a really bad plan. Let's not do that.
Yeah, huh?
It's like, path.
No.
So float a blue.
Bounce him.
And bounce hers in my hand. He's like, oh yeah, that's how that works. Yes, it is.
I wouldn't have even... No, you still would have been able to search for the basic land, because Ashiok affects your opponent's control.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that card would be busted.
Yeah, I think it's... I really like that they worded it in that manner.
Yes. He's like, yeah. Huh. It's like, yeah. Go ahead and Teferi uptick there, because Construct's coming over.
Hell yeah.
Also, Urza again.
You could bounce Construct.
I don't think he can, because he bounced Emery.
Oh, okay.
So I think
okay.
Teferi's currently at 2. That's why I tell him to use big dice. Like, would you like to downtick Ashiok?
I never actually thought about the dice thing. I just think the big dice are cool, which is why I use them.
Oh, yeah, no. It's so, we can clearly see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that little one, I'm like, I got no idea. Oof. I think there's one Thopter Foundry left.
Goodbye, second engineered explosives.
Yeah. So apparently I did bring him in.
Questionable.
I mean, that on 3, if he's playing spell callers and whatnot, seems fine, because it's like Ashiok Teferi spell queller.
I'm like
Someone's like, here's an Urza.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
And unless he has Codal, your attack is really good.
Yeah. So I think I attack. I'm like, yeah, we'll go after Teferi first, because he's the most threatening. I'm like, pass. Also, this allows me, if I have counter spells or whatnot, I can keep these up.
Every artifact I control is a Mox, whatever, Sapphire.
I will say, I did miss that when my opponents would try to Karn last me out of the game, and I had a construct. I'm like, cool, 18 you. What? All
18.
Artifacts. All of my lands, all of my creatures are artifact. Construct things were 18.
That's brutal.
And it was like, oh yeah, that's how that works. Yes.
I'm dead.
It's like, would you like to block without not seer? Cool. How can you deal with this construct? You can't? That sucks for you.
That's awesome. And Ugin minusing his colored permanents too.
Yeah,
That's epic.
Matt tries to go with the quad law. I'm like, Mystical Dispute it. Send a message. It's like Teferi. It's like, bounce one. Sure.
Whatevs.
I still have another one. You're on top draw. Things are dying. Like, it's you. I'm like, alright. Alright. We're not dead yet. We're still in this.
Can you imagine if you lose this game? There's not going to be a game 3.
Why'd you say that?
How much time has passed on this one match?
Probably about 40 minutes.
Unlimited time.
So I'm like, swing both at Teferi, I think? Because if he chump blocks the construct, Urza's still going to deal 1.
He's got a spell queller in his hand.
He can't cast it, though. He only has 2 mana available.
Introduced.
I'm like, cool. Here's a Tezzeret.
Oh, feels bad.
I'm just like, I think I would like to uptick.
Awesome.
It's like, I'm going to draw a card.
I mean, you could have drawn Force Negation off that.
And that's why he said, like, hang on, heads on the stack, sack. And it's like,
That's a heads up play.
I'm like, it's 5, right? I typically don't uptick with Tezzeret. It's always like down tick. That's a 5/5. Boop.
Boop, yeah. What's she gonna do about it?
Yeah. So. Yep. So Matt's at 14. So if Matt doesn't attack it and I can get to 7 artifacts, I just win. Matt's like Astrolabe.
He's got no pressure.
He has a high arc.
Whoa.
So I'm like,
He's got an unblockable bird.
he's like Path Urza. I'm like, you got it.
Rip.
I'm like, wait, I do get a search for basic land.
You cheater.
He's like, you don't get a search. I'm like, Matt, you control that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Matt, you're in control. You're the driver.
He's like, do it again.
Still in it.
Still in it.
Combo's not gone. Matt needs he needs to be doing something.
Matt does not attack Tezzeret.
But why?
So, all right. Okay. So I'm doing. I gotta do math. All right. So Thopter Foundry.
He's gonna try to spell queller that. Probably succeed as well.
So 13. Yeah, I feel like he's got a good shot to succeed as well.
This is still like the game is still ongoing.
It's like Spell Queller. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You know he's out of cards though.
Right.
You've grinded him down.
So like Pented Prism for 2. I think I just...
Tick first?
No, because I think I attack him, because if Matt chooses not to block, then I just ult Tezzeret and win.
Oh yeah, he does ult it for, huh?
Yes. So it's like, okay. So now I think so now like, alright, uptick, see if we find anything.
Still going.
Yep. And we whiff.
What are the odds?
I mean, it's pretty good now that most of my deck is gone.
Oh yeah, huh? A lot of stuff is in there, just floating in exile. Yeah, huh? Jeez.
I was like, the odds are pretty high right now.
I mean, at this point, if you can't ult him to kill him, you might as well start making some 5/5s.
And I think that's the plan next turn.
Then he hard casts that Wings of Abandon. I think that might be it. Is that a Wings or a Path?
I think it's a Winds of Abandon.
How many basics do you play?
A lot. 8, I think. 5, 6, 7. 7. Play 7 basics. It's like wins. I'm like, sure.
He gets to start attacking with the spell card though.
He does. I'm like, and I'm out of basics. All right.
Oh man, this game. Attack Teferi. Do it.
It's like Tezzeret. I'm like, yeah, sure.
There was Exalted. It should be at 2, you cheater.
Oh, we catch it.
Good. Good on you, Matt.
The thing was there for so long. I'm sorry.
Don't pull a Felix, Matt.
So the problem is that, like... Oh... Yeah, I think we are going to be going to time here.
This is still like anybody's game.
It is.
The spell queller mattered so much.
Not really. I still would have been 1 artifact short of just...
No, because it allowed him to have pressure.
Oh, yeah. It's like a tap, draw.
Another Urza?
Oh, no. Like down tick.
Get a
Make that a
Dude.
5/5.
Get a big jabroni.
I think I guess we get Ashiok here.
Whee.
And he's like, all right, cool. It happens. I'm like, sweet.
Gotcha.
It is Urza. Ooh. All right, so we get a construct back.
Rebuilding the robot army
Yep.
slowly.
We do have a whir in hand, so like we could. I'm like, all right, so bobble you. It's a land. I'm like, yes. I am now leading this game.
You had one shot. You're definitely ahead right now. I mean,
Yes.
worst case scenario, you get to just activate Urza a bunch. See what happens.
I'm just like, let me look through here.
The Excel is definitely bigger than the library.
Yeah, oh god, hands down right now. So bad. He's like, at Tezzeret. I'm like, cool.
He did.
He did.
You did as hell, boy.
Just like, whir for 3. Do I have anything left?
Were because it's in my hand.
Like, it was next card. Welding jar. All right. It's an artifact.
What do you mean? Urza's still good.
Hey, yeah. Blue-black Urza is like top 10 right now, Kubo. How dare you?
You know nothing. No.
Grixis Urza, not as high, but Urza's my boy.
I don't want Urza to be good. I bet it against Urza being good.
Like,
It's a bet that I didn't think I was going to win, but I wanted to win.
like, swing. All right, swing. You take 6. Hierarch dies. I'm like, second Urza. Additional construct.
Here come the constructs, boys.
Pass.
Sir, that Urza should be untapped.
No, because the one that I just played died.
Why?
If I wanted to activate the ability,
Whatever.
I'm like, and we got there.
Oh,
Woo!
jeez.
The old-fashioned way, hardcore beatdown.
Just the grindiest.
Amulet is number 1 currently. You are not wrong. But
Amulet is running like the serious risk of eventually something in that deck being too good. Like, that deck got nuked, and then over time it's only gotten better and better.